U.S. foreign policy under the Biden administration will be dramatically different from the America First theme of the Trump administration.
Today's and tomorrow's American leadership must meet this new moment of advancing authoritarianism, including the growing ambitions of China to rival the United States and the determination of Russia to damage and disrupt our democracy.
Over the last 4 years, both allies and adversaries were frustrated because they often got mixed messages from former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo and the White House that left little room for diplomacy.
Trump administration did a huge amount of damage to U.S. credibility at the UN. The majority of U.S. allies found Mike Pompeo a fairly exhausting Secretary of State to deal with, and it was entirely clear that many of his policies and almost all his statements were really driven by his own domestic political ambitions.
By contrast, Tony Blinken, the new Secretary of State, has sent a clear message that the Biden administration will not repeat President Trump's policy of cozying up to leaders like North Korea's Kim Jong-un.
We have to review, and we intend to review, the entire approach and policy toward North Korea, because this is a hard problem that has plagued administration after administration, and it's a problem that has not gotten better. In fact, it's gotten worse.
President Biden has quickly set about restoring diplomatic relationships with U.S. allies by signing treaties rejected by the Trump administration that include the Paris Climate Accords and reaching out to Russia's Vladimir Putin to extend START, the Strategic Arms Reduction Treaty, for 5 years. Here at the United Nations, President Biden's pick of career diplomat Linda Thomas-Greenfield is a welcome change from the previous 2 ambassadors that had no foreign policy experience. It also marks the return of the United States to the World Health Organization, UN Relief Works Agency, and the Human Rights Council.
We know China is working across the UN system to drive an authoritarian agenda that stands in opposition to the founding values of the institution, American values.
The real problem with the Human Rights Council is that it is hard to be part of a club in which China, for instance, recently became a member of that council, and they have concentration camps and reprogramming camps and are committing atrocities in their country.
President Biden said he will challenge China on human rights, COVID-19, and cyber attacks, but he also realizes that reducing North Korea's nuclear threat and solving the trade conflict will rely on improving strained relations with Beijing. Frank Uciardo, TRT World, the United Nations.